only one way to deal with such men. Revolution.
She's such a lovely sunny day. She makes your clouds evaporate. Condensation really pays.
Destroy All Humans 2 Reprobed is an action-adventure video game developed by Black Forest Games and published by THQ Nordic. It's a remake of a 2006 original game, Destroy All Humans 2. In Destroy All Humans 2, players assume the role of the Furon alien Crypto as he travels to various locations in an open world, including the US, England, Japan, Russia, and the Moon, responding to agents of the KGB who had just destroyed his mothership. And the story is a comedic jaunt through 1969 that just keeps giving. Missions ranging everywhere from stealthy information gathering and tailing to more explosive missions involving, you guessed it, destroying humans. Demolishing buildings, fighting a variety of bosses. It features a wide variety of weapons and abilities that the players can use to defeat enemies that really push the boat out. Crypto has telekinesis, can body snatch and control human enemies, or even whap out his arsenal of various grey alien tech from anal probes to electric blasters. If that wasn't enough, he also has a flying saucer with its own environmental smashing capabilities. It's a fairly immersive alien experience. Destroy All Humans 2 was one of my favourite games growing up, and I'm 99% sure I burnt the disc out playing it so much on the PS2. The gameplay is really fun, the comedy from both the story and the characters makes it a real gem, and it's sort of trapped in time from when comedy was like old comedy. When I saw they were remaking the game, I bought that shit day one. I bought the first one when it was remade as well, hoping they'd remake 2, and I kinda hope they'll remake 3 as well. Gameplay breaks down into Crypto pursuing a variety of missions across the 5 different open world areas. It's got that GTA mission marker set up with a variety of collectibles, side missions and further unlockables throughout each zone. Crypto's missions vary in composition but will tend to involve some sort of human destruction, manipulation or impersonation. The game takes quite a cinematic approach with many options for different dialogue choices and the way you complete your missions.
Crap they print on the back of those incense packets, ain't ya? Well, I got a new god for ya.
Crypto, as said before, has a wide arsenal of abilities and weapons which can all be upgraded using reactor cores awarded at the end of each mission. When navigating the open world, you've many different routes from jetpacks to saucers, and I found the movement in this game was really great. All the weapons feel fun to use, and I found myself switching between them rather than just relying heavily on one. Crypto also has access to telekinesis, which can either be used in combat to throw people about or smash them, or we can use it to carry large objects from point A to point B. It's the single most powerful combat tool you have against the humans, being able to toss them in the sky with ease. The gameplay never really felt repetitive to me, and I liked the mixture of Michael Bay action and the more subtle, stealthy style of mission, made me feel a bit James Bondy. I rarely felt locked into one route of completing the mission, and I could always see multiple ways of achieving the same goal. It was pretty pog. The graphics are really polished, all of the character models are a bit of a caricature but done really well. I'm used to playing games that look like Excel spreadsheets, but the attention to detail in this game is what I imagine AAA games would want to look like. You could see Crypto's brain moving in his head, the little suckers that move on his neck. I found myself noticing new details as I played throughout the game. The weapons and graphics during combat are great too, and everything looks fresh. When you kill enemies with different weapons, they leave different kinds of remains behind. It's all fancy, and you can see some references to popular sci-fi films and things like how the corpses get left behind with the disintegrator ray. The graphics hold up even in the cutscenes, and everything flows so smoothly. There's moments even where Crypto moves differently to how he does in the gameplay that you'd struggle to tell the difference. The physics options for telekinesis look really good too. They don't just rely on lazy ragdolls, and it's mostly tailored animations. When it comes to the sound, it's also a highlight, and I think overall the aesthetics and the presentation of the game are 10/10. It's very hard to flaw any of it. To address the sound in full, let's dip into the various areas. The voice cast sounded really good. You can tell the delivery is meant to be comedic, though I found sometimes Crypto's tone of voice to be a bit off. Though I suppose he is an
My
alien.
head's still spinning. What the hell's going on around here? Why are those Ruskies gunning for us?
All the voice actors do a tremendous job, even if some performances feel a bit racy, stereotypical.
Fair enough. The base is inside the volcano, but
No buts, Doc, or I go all Iron Chef and get out the monkey cookbook.
But I think the game was going for that angle. The music's great, and at times it either goes for this heightened action feel, to more stealthy element, to very stark reminders that you're in 1969.
Run for your life!
I found the general combat sounds to also be quite satisfying, if a little chaotic. The story's good fun, with Crypto's pursuit of the KGB bringing up old enemies from the first game and even older enemies from Furon history, but don't worry, you don't necessarily have to have played the first game to play this one. It's a globe-trotting, raunchy parody of everything in both those old sci-fi alien films and any Cold War or spy flick that you've seen. Crypto's an alien from the planet Furon. He and his commanding officer Orthopox have come to Earth to harvest Furon DNA from human brain stems they'd implanted in there years and years and years before. Expect spoilers as we progress. First, we're going to get quite a cinematic recap of President Crypto's antics in the first game. I just wanted to pull everyone aside in this video and just say thank you. The channel's just hit 500 views. Everything you can do to help the channel is great, whether that's commenting so that I know how you feel about the videos and where I can improve, sharing them with your friends, or subscribing yourselves. You know, everything helps. Gives me more motivation to put out some higher quality videos, etc, etc. Thank you all so much.
Premier Comrade Mielikov, Comrade Agents, thank you for coming. Here's what we know so far. 10 years ago, the United States government covered up an invasion by an alien race known as Furons. Their primary agent was this Furon, Cryptosporidium 137. Dangerous, unpredictable, now deceased.
So, what has been problem?
The problem, Comrade, is that Furons can clone themselves and pose convincingly as human. And they've used these abilities to put Cryptosporidium 138 into the White House.
And the American people are not noticing?
Right. Pull the other one. Even worse, this new crypto clone contains pure Furon DNA harvested from human brains by Orthopox 13, mastermind of the invasion. He also bears a mysterious new mutation referred to only as the package. These aliens pose a dire threat to the Soviet Union, comrades. And so, must be destroyed. As we speak, President Crypto is in Bay City attending a new cultural festival.
And Orthopox?
Conducting experiments in the Furon mothership. Savages. Degenerates. There's only one way to deal with such men. Revolution.
Uh-oh. That can't be good.
Greetings, comrade. Mother Russia sends her regards.
You expect me to beg, human?
No, little Furon. I expect you to die.
Mine's big.
Somehow, the KGB have destroyed our mothership, and after a Bond reference and some innuendo, we're straight into the action. Ambushed by the KGB, we need to disintegrate their agents and find our way to Pox, our commanding officer, who's now stuck inside a hologram unit.
Come in, Crypto! Are you receiving? The mothership has been destroyed! You must come to my aid immediately! Follow the distress beacon to my location! Crypto, these ancient agents are trying to trigger me my motherboard! Hurry up!
You have no bullets, alien!
What the?
When we meet him, we can pick our dialogue options, and this game loves to sneak some funny options in there.
I didn't bring any with me. Figured heavy artillery ain't exactly the smoothest way to charm the genes off a pacifist hippie chick.
Turns out when the mothership got destroyed, it threw data cores all over the atmosphere when it crashed. The remainder of our mission involves crossing a bit of downtown San Fran to get 2 of these cores, dealing with KGB as we go. And whenever we have to go and get a data core, it means unlocking new tech and some sort of power up. Just bear in mind that for future missions, it tends to be something juicy. You can see on the left hand side of the screen our current tasks with optional objectives below, and these are almost always worth doing. You get plenty of upgrade points for doing it, and they seem to imply to me how the developers wanted us to progress through the missions. It's quite open how we do so, but that might be the intended route. Our first data core gives us our jetpack. This game does have several open world zones throughout missions, and the jetpack makes things a lot of fun moving around. You can upgrade it too, make it launch you up buildings, and it adds some nice verticality to the game. Our second data core gets us a disc locator, a mid-weapon that's really good against vehicles, but I found it lacking against regular mooks, which we have to fight in swaves. We need to fire some discs and smash some KGB before we can speak with Pox again, and figure out what we should do about a smashed mothership, our European friends, and our current situation.
Well, that wasn't a complete disaster. Now get back here. We have much to discuss. And by discuss, I mean I have your new orders.
I don't understand it. We blew that alien spacecraft out of the sky, and yet the shriveled geriatric one somehow survived. These Jopas must be harder to kill than we thought.
I spit on them! Pah!
Nonetheless, inform the Kremlin we shall proceed with the operation as planned. Tell them we need as much Revelade as they can ship, as quickly as they can ship it.
Da, Agent Orenchov.
And our American distributor?
He suspects nothing. In fact, he seemed quite enthusiastic about the whole idea. He thinks he'll be spreading revolution in a paper cup.
And so he will, but not, I think, the sort he expects. Idealists.
I spit on them! Pah!
Stalin, he understood. Ideas may start revolutions, but guns and gulags finish them. Well, no matter. Soon the citizens of Bay City will be embarking on a very bad trip.
Our enemy is clear, but finding them we've not a clue.
Criminal files of the local constabulary. Apparently there's one informant in Bay City who always knows what's going down on the streets. They call him the Freak.
The Freak, huh? Yeah, I've heard about him.
Pox tells us to go and find the KGB, and step 1 is finding a human informant, one hippie known as the Freak. He'll know if there's any KGB around because he's got his ear to the ground in San Fran. We gain access to the free love ability, and it forces people to dance, and if we can get enough people dancing, a party begins and our stealth's restored. People are too busy to look. Crypto has the ability to body snatch humans, which we can use to move around undetected, or disguise ourselves to get into restricted areas. It's very useful for missions where we need to speak to humans directly, and certain humans won't speak to certain others. Sometimes we need to body snatch the right type of person, in this case a hippie, to talk to the freak.
Hey there, Moondoggy. I'm looking for a dude with his ear to the street. The kids call him the Freak.
You found him, but I'm all tapped out, man. The heat's coming down on me, you know. Try me next week.
Who invited the KGB to harsh our buzz?
From what I hear, it was that cat who leads the commune. I don't know his real name, but he calls himself Coyote Bongwater, which is pretty righteous. Supposedly.
So foxy.
Turns out a cult leader called Coyote Bongwater invited the KGB to San Fran, and he's our best port of call to find them. We again need to make use of our disguises to find this man, and well, things get a bit funny.
And next week, we'll start one-on-one Shakti tutoring. I'll be giving each of you private, hands-on instruction in Kryanish Pati, the highest state of tantric arousal. These sessions can run 10 hours. So eat a good breakfast. That's it for today. Remember, wherever you go, I'll be there. The shine in your Japan, the sparkle in your China.
Bodhisattva, Bodhisattva.
Ah! Goddamn flashbacks.
Guess again, sunshine. Nice little setup. Guns, cheap Russian booze, teenage bra-burning hippie chicks. Phew, man after my own heart, if I had one.
Then join us. We're about to free the people of this city. Soon they'll see the truth and embrace our beautiful new utopia. The Bay City Super Organic Communal Collective and Compost Farm. Are you with us, man?
Am I with you? Dude, you're bogarting the brain stems. I'm gonna have to kill you.
Yeah. Kill me?
Run along, comrade. My men can handle this.
Pacifists. What a crunk.
After we crash the party, we have to deal with some KGB agents, and we can even use our psychokinesis to throw grenades back at them. If mission 1 was the movement tutorial, this one's the stealth tutorial, as loud as it was.
I'm not...
I've never made it.
How's it hanging, freak? Listen, I need a little more info.
And come up with a new plan to distribute his revelade.
Great. What's that wacko up to now?
Get this, somehow he got his hands on a whole bunch of...
With Bongwater underground, our next mission involves us dealing with his retaliation. Bongwater plans on gassing the whole city with revelade gas, ruining our precious brainstem cattle. I mean, the citizens of San Fran. First up, with the saucer, is activating a landing beacon.
Thy languid Furon god, zap my idol with bolts of electricity. Attend the holy syllables of the great arc. My waning shroud of evil is rekindled. Landing zone activated.
And these exist all across the overworlds and give us new spots to land our saucer, usually requiring some small tribute to the god Ark Voodoo. In this case, we just have to shock his effigy and presto. The source is a bit worse for wear, but luckily we can get some spare parts by dressing as a soldier and stealing them from some cordoned off areas. Once the ship is fixed, we can fly above. The source is good fun, and you can destroy every building in the city if you really wanted to. In this case, we fly around and use our laser beam to destroy the blimps and the deposits of Revelade in the city. As we do this, soldiers and police will come out of the woodwork to stop us. There's a bit of an alert system, think of the GTA stars. But if we use our cloaking device, we can get a bit of hit and go hide, which, with the blimps down, we can head back to the Freak to find Bongwater.
Another squadron of blimps is closing on your position. And watch. Thank our Groodle I have no eyes. Go talk to the Freak and find out where Bongwater's hiding.
Just tell me where Bongwater is so I can whack him and get back to making hot monkey love.
No, she's Bongwater's new protege. Kind of a revolutionista in training. Anybody knows where Bongwater's at? It'd be Prudence.
It sounds like a real fire.
The Freak sends us towards a hippie commune to go and gather the info we need. A woman named Prudence is giving a speech we need to listen to.
Our brothers and sisters are about to deliver the final batch of Revelade to our leader, Coyote Bongwater. He's gonna pour it into the bay. Soon the masses are gonna be begging us to lead them in revolution.
Those Revelade trucks could be a serious pain in my ass, and I haven't blown anything up for at least 10 minutes.
Much like a figurative transforming robot.
Now Revelade isn't good for business, so next stop is to destroy these Revelade trucks. Using explosives and PK it becomes super easy, even with the hippies and KGB alike shooting at us. I wonder what their scheme actually involves having them team up like this. Destroy the trucks and we can follow them back to Bongwater's lair by analysing their route. If we rough up some hippies and head into the old fort, when Crypto gets there, well, you'll see.
Crypto! Take out that psychedelic thing you had and save the...
We get a super cool fight against Bongwater, all high as shit and everything all Alice in Wonderland with some rad hippie music in the background. The game knows what we want and it gives it to us in droves. Bongwater's an easy if somewhat annoying fight and we have to follow him around to defeat him a few times. Your disintegrator's good for this.
Part of the solution, or part of the problem. I give you another round.
With Bongwater down,
Agent Orangeoff, come in. I failed. You'll have to start the revolution without me.
Yet.
Yet? But...
This city is useless to us now. I mean, have you seen these people? They make the students in Prague look like a meeting of the Politburo. We shall destroy this degenerate city and return to the Soviet Union with the spacecraft fragments we have managed to retrieve.
But what about freeing America from the tyranny of capitalist consumerism?
Do not despair, comrade. The party will long remember your efforts to cripple your decadent nation. You shall not have died in vain. Origional out.
But... no! No! I wanted to save America, not destroy it! Oh, man! What have I done?
Excuse me. Sometimes it's kinder just to put 'em down.
But where would they have gotten?
We get a bit more background into his motivations and fight our way out to safety. With our slight distraction, the bigger picture becomes clear. The hippies are just small fries and the KGB are the ones running the show.
So what you got on those sneaky monkeys?
Bongwater's last transmission betrayed the location of the KGB base of operations. They're working from an abandoned prison island in the middle of the bay.
Turns out the KGB are working out of Alcatraz, and we make the short glide over to the shore, and then...
My patience is at an end, Gospodin.
I'm shaking in my booties. You guys make Americans look clever.
Silence! The workers' revolution is inevitable.
Right. You don't really know much about capitalism, do you, Hyden?
I know corrupt corporations fatten themselves off the toil of the American worker, even as they pull the strings of the American government.
Exactly. You can't beat that kind of muscle.
Not even with nuclear time bombs hidden all over Bay City?
I've had wet dreams that weren't this good.
Comrade, destroy these documents before he finds out where the bombs are hidden. For Sovietsky Soyuz!
Damn it, we need Bay City. Hey, Ruski, give me those docks.
After getting saved by some sexy Romanov lookalike, we snatch a briefcase off of a running KGB agent. The briefcase containing info about some nukes they've hidden in an attempt to attack the US. Then we just have to dispose of them while they play some of that juicy hippie music in the background, and just watch this. Like, I didn't edit this music in, this is what's in the game. With the KGB dealt with in San Fran, we need to head over to London now, and with it our second open world zone. And the story can be a bit breakneck in its pacing at times, and I think this style of video doesn't help that, as missions can be quite long, with pretty good pacing throughout, but I'm trying to condense them. Anyway, to Albion.
Well done, Crypto. However, I've reviewed the dossier and discovered something disturbing. America is not the only target in the KGB's sights. Agent Orangeoff has been running his operation from Albion in England. I want to know how the KGB managed to derail our mission here in America. So it's off to Albion! Tally-ho what?
Albion is a loose parody of London, with a lot of the landmarks such as Parliament, Big Ben and Hyde Park. There's also a grey smog over the place, which as a Brit-bong is pretty accurate. We've come here hunting down Agent Orangeoff. There's a secret base underground where you have to go and bunker bust, and a funny bit of plot is that because of all the sewers and tube stations etc, we have to find the base on foot. Scanners can't differentiate with London's horrible pipework. Cue the stealthy memory snatching. Eventually we find the lair at a building site and smash our way inside. Eventually things get ropey, however.
At last, the infamous Agent Orangeoff. Look, Ivan, I'm kinda in a hurry, and between you and me, I'd just as soon save the ammo. So what do you say we skip the Kalinka dance and you tell me what I want to know? I was expecting. But if you think turning yourself into some kind of mutant freak is gonna stop me beating the answers out of you, you got another thing coming.
Orangeoff, mutated by the Revelade, is a bit of a tank. Fortunately, that's just because we're about to get the perfect weapon for him. Smash his health down until he runs off and we get the snazziest piece of Furon tech. The anal probe is a staple in every single Alien story, and this one, Paul Nelly. It's a good for hitting single targets and is pretty much a guaranteed kill. When you use it on mutants like Orangeoff, it actually pulls the monster out of them and makes them super easy to deal with. When we do smash through him, we meet a new British contact.
Chicken Kiev. What the hell was in those cans? Revelade can't do that.
Well done, Mr. President. Well done indeed.
Do I know you, Teabag?
No, sir, but I know you. Forgive me, it seemed best simply to stand clear and give you room to do what you do so well. These Soviets are rather slippery fish. Yes, very slippery indeed, but they do crack. If you'll follow me, Mr. President, I can promise you answers in abundance. Shall we?
Absolutely superb voice acting from Anthony Stewart Head. He's Giles from Buffy the Vampire Slayer for anyone over the age of 21.
Crusty old Alfred here.
No, I am no Alfred, sir. No, you forget. Alfred had a job.
When I'm doing sit-ups over at Fort Dix.
Fort Dix?
Escort Giles out of the tunnel system for a bit more info. Now, he's a member of British intelligence, very James Bond style. He states we have some mutual interests, but leaves us hanging a bit.
We might have a little chat now, Mr. President.
Yeah, sure. What the... Hey, wait a second, Mr. President. I ain't in my presidential disguise. How do you know who I am?
They don't call it British intelligence for nothing, old boy.
Okay, you got my attention. Who the hell are you?
Reginald Ponsonby Smythe, at your service. And Her Majesty's, although in her case, the service is secret. I'm with M16, the Foreign Intelligence Agency.
Okay, so I'm starting to get a little ticked off here. These bastards blow up my mothership, kill my boss, screw up my pension plan, and just when I track one of them down, he turns into some kind of super-powered freakazoid mozzarella monster.
I sympathize. To be frank, sir, we appear to be fighting a common enemy. Might it not be the better part of valor to join forces and pool our information? I seem to be late for a previous engagement. It's been a pleasure, Mr. Cryptosporidium. Do feel free to drop by at your leisure. I think you'll find we have some mutual interests.
But...
Excellent, excellent. I'll expect you for lunch then. Splendid. Must dash.
Of course, when we go to Nexium,
Ponzi? This ain't just a social call, is it?
I'm afraid not. I'm relieved to see you, sir. The Soviets appear to be up to some mischief.
What kind of mischief are we talking about? 'Cause if she says she's 18, you can't just call her a liar.
No, no. The Soviet ambassador is throwing a party for the opening of an exhibit of Russian modern art. Frankly, it's making me a bit nervous. A number of Albion's VIPs are in attendance.
there's a high-status Russian hosting an event on modern Russian art. There's a ton of British VIPs in attendance, and so he wants us running safety in case anything's going on. Something I noticed was the policeman I body snatched looked just like Nick Frost from Hot Fuzz. It's a popular British action comedy movie. I can't help but think it was intentional. We take the stealth one step further, being tasked to evacuate the VIPs. Now there's a few ways to do this, including body snatching them directly or compelling them to follow.
Right, that gives us some room to move. Now then, crack the statue open, why don't you, and let's have a look inside.
With them gone, Ponsby wants us to smash a few of these giant dolls.
Shall we see what's inside this one? Smash it open! I must see what's inside it.
Shoot the humans all you want, spaceman, but you're only treating the symptoms. You want to get the disease, you have to shoot the spores. Lestrovia!
Of course, all isn't as it seems, with some sort of spore coming out and possessing a few bystanders, turning them into the same sort of mutant Oranchov was. The hot blonde who saved us earlier shows up, and with some encouragement to probe the mutants from Ponsby, we fly about taking them down. With the mutants
Thanks,
dispatched, we get to talk to the Bond
Cupcake.
Girl caricature.
Always nice to meet a chick who can handle her guns. You got a name?
The name is Natalia. I'm here to help you, spaceman. Or do you prefer Mr. President?
Mr. What the? Does everybody on this dismal freaking island know who I am?
Pretty much. At least everyone in my line of work.
Oh, so you work for Ponsonby?
Yet. Although after this little incident, I may have to ask him for a job. I work for the Komitet Gosudarstvenoi Bezubeznosti.
Why, you make pasta?
I'm a secret agent with the KGB.
So you're a secret agent, huh? 'Cause I got a package that needs delivering. Your eyes only, dig?
I have 3 knives hidden on my body, and I'm blindingly lethal with all of them. Now concentrate.
Ooh, I think I'm in love. What the hell do you think was in those statues?
Hard to say. It's listed in official documents as Goshniev Kro.
Sounds tasty.
Now, in a similar vein to Bongwater's gas attack, it seems the KGB are trying to blast the city with spores. Head to Hyde Park and smash all the statues, making sure not to let any mutants run off.
There's a group of infectees moving towards the south gate. Hurry and eliminate them.
This will not do.
The defense make quicker exit. I expect the constabulary will be arriving shortly to investigate.
You did well, spaceman. I'll be in touch.
With the latest danger dispatched, we have a tiny bit of breathing room with which we can spend exploring the city or doing side missions if you like. As an open world game, there's actually quite a lot to do in each zone, from your Assassin's Creed style map collectibles to fully fledged side missions and a full globe spanning subplot focused on raising a cult in Aunt Beadle's name. I found myself never really lacking content or direction even when I was off the beaten path. Our next mission's now helping Natalia meet up with one of her old Russian contacts, Agent Sergei.
Hiya, hot stuff. Sorry to keep you waiting. So what's the buzz, baby? Tell me what's happening.
I'm so glad you asked, baby. I have to meet my contact, Agent Sergei. He says he's got vital information for me. Unfortunately, he fears they may be onto him, so he and I can't be seen together.
He has vital info for her, however, she's scared of the KGB tailing her. If we can throw on a disguise and kill anyone on her tail, then we can get a new upgrade for our ship. Guess how this mission goes. The reward is alright, it's an anti-grav launcher that's primarily useful against vehicles and large groups. Test out the new kit, and then we get to see Natalia and Sergei in the flesh, and funnily enough, Crypto gets very jealous, the little horn dog.
So that's her contact. Smarmy looking bastard. Damn it, Crypto, focus. She's just a chick, a human chick. You barely know her. A hideous, repulsive human chick who smells really good. No, focus, damn it.
I found what I was after. Just thought I'd say goodbye. I might not see you for a while. Good hunting, spaceman. And try not to get yourself killed. At least, not too often.
Yowza.
After some time to ruminate, we go to see Ponsby in Hyde Park and things get a bit wacky.
This better be good. I was this close to second base with Princess Margaret.
I appreciate it.
What was so sleepy?
Lower life forms. When will they ever learn?
Demerol. Switch circuits to level 3 and prepare the encephalogram. Univico treatment for you. Eyelids peeled back. Excruciating torture. Endless hours of Ludwig van.
Ludovico treatment, huh? Maybe you didn't notice, you dumb plagiarist, but I don't have eyelids. Hey, Ponzi, Burgess and Kubrick are on the phone. They want their plot device back. Hey, what the? Damn dirty apes! Where the hell am I?
You're in the Abscess Mental Reconditioning Facility, under the streets of Albion. Looks like I got here just in time. Now come on, spaceman. Move your ass!
I don't get it. Why are you helping me?
Because I know now. You're the only one I can trust. Anyway, who else is going to rescue you?
Luckily, Natalia is there to save us. We unlock the ability to Mind Flash, which, I can't lie, I forgot I had for the rest of the game. Think of it as an AoE stun. It's quite useful, but I just never made full use of it. Crypto smashes his way out of MI6 base, explains to Pox what just happened, and then Ponsby comes out of the woodwork again.
I expected I'd find you here. You're quite sporting, Crypto, and I do admire your spirit. But at some point, one simply has to face the fact that the other man's won. Of course, you couldn't know who you're up against. M16, or perhaps I should say, Majestic Command, 16th Sector. By the way, I have you surrounded. Take off now, and my surface-to-air launchers will destroy you and your precious saucer. The only way you'll leave here alive is in my custody. Come now, there's no need for any unpleasantness. It's undignified. It's beneath us. You've lost fair and square. Now be a man and show a little sportsmanship. There's a good fellow.
Turns out he was working for Majestic, the anti-alien special forces group Crypto faced off against in the first game. Ponsby isn't a hard fight, he's just got a load of mooks and a shield we have to watch out for. Spam him with your orange gun and make light work of him.
You bastard. You finally did it. M16 was all there was left. The last of the Majestic agencies. All the others. The French, the Mongolian station, the Argentinians. Every one of them destroyed by aliens.
That last round must have scrambled your synapses. I only took down the American Majestic. Silhouette's Majestic.
You? You cosmic egomaniac. You think this is all about you? Oh, the irony. Beaten by a solipsistic simpleton from space. You actually believe you're the only...
The only... what?
Leave it alone, Crypto. The man was in the throes of a violent demise and clearly not in his right mind. Now you've had your fun. Can we please just go?
He implies we're not the only extraterrestrials trying to conquer Earth, and with what we've seen so far from the KGB, the picture starts to get a bit clearer. The final stop in Albion is helping Natalia get rid of the rest of the KGB and finding out some juicy KGB secrets. It's all as you'd expect, and Natalia finds out our next moves. We also unlock a new piece of kit that allows us to bring meteors down, which comes quite in handy when we're destroying their base.
So, did you find anything juicy?
Project Solaris is accelerating. Coded traffic to the KGB station in Takoshima tripled in the last month. I also managed to get my hands on some cargo manifests.
Well, that ought to clear things up a little.
So you'd think. But what sort of operation uses 7 tons of fissile uranium, 340 liters of human blood, and 92 cases of spam?
You've obviously never been to the Pentagon Christmas party. Where is Takawatsit anyway?
Takoshima. It's a volcanic island nation in the Pacific, off the coast of China. We'll have to watch our step. Do svidaniya. See you there.
Hey, Goldie. Where are you going?
If we split up, they can't get us both. Besides, I can't hold your hand forever, spaceman.
Albion felt a lot more cramped than San Fran, though I significantly enjoyed the plot beats a bit more here, Ponsonby especially. Anyway, our next stop is the Japan ripoff, Takoshima. Takoshima, as an area, is meant to be Japan if we pulled it out of American pop culture. It's full of yakuza, ninjas, anime schoolgirls. Everyone you mind read has an overplayed accent, and there's even a Godzilla sighting. I found this area pretty fun, but it wraps itself up too quickly. When we first land in Takoshima, I ended up unlocking a saucer site right by the first mission by having to blow up a nearby lighthouse. I used a bit of tech we grabbed in Albion, and you can see it in full action here. Now, our first mission comes from Natalia. We have to disguise ourselves as KGB and intercept some secret dossier. It follows the similar route these sort of missions do with some body snatching and mind reading.
Hey, doll face. So what's the scoop? What'd you drag me down here for?
A reliable source has told me that there are KGB agents waiting for a package exchange somewhere in Takoshima City. I need you to go down there, intercept the package, and bring it back to me. Easy as tort, da?
Intercept the package, huh? Okay, how do I do that?
Nothing you can't handle. You'll need to disguise yourself as a KGB agent and talk to the courier when he arrives. He'll probably be a bit on edge. If you approach him as crypto, he'll most likely destroy the package.
Some people have no appreciation for beauty.
Though, as you can see, Takoshima's a bit more going for it. The map's very vertical, with enemies posted all over. You can even see some gang fights unwinding. We have quite a humorous interaction with the KGB.
Got any vodka?
Of course, what is good day to being here if must being without vodka? Weak local alcohol is only giving me headache.
In the same breath, we have Natalia telling us to drop off the package at a place called the Zen Temple.
Chatter from the KGB. This is no time for sightseeing, Crypto. I need that package.
And that we're being tracked by the KGB with the package. Though we can fly and they can't, so it's not really an issue. Hover over to Natalia, give her the dossier.
Let's have a peek, shall we? Oh, Klasno.
I did good, huh?
Tovarish, you did very good. These documents contain details of the local arm of Project Solaris. Apparently, it's located in a top-secret research facility hidden somewhere on Takoshima Island.
And we'll find it. Yeah, first thing in the AM. Meantime, how about you and me dig up a karaoke bar and a couple of bottles of sake and build ourselves a memory? I do a mean, sweet Caroline.
Drop the package and your death will be quick and merciful. Oppose us, and you will be subjected to your own personal gulag of pain.
Hey, monkeys, you mind? I'm trying to put the oovsme on the ikche.
Why, Crypto, is that your native tongue? It sounds so sensual.
Business before pleasure. Kill the alien!
Project Solaris, whatever that is, currently concerns a research station in Takoshima, blast through some KGB, and escort Natalia.
I will be getting you!
Oh, that was a close one. I wasn't sure we were going to make it. Thanks for the help, Tovarish. I've got some things to take care of. Catch up with you later, da?
Mission 2 actually comes from Pox. There's been a pirate radio broadcast from the White Ninja cult who may have possession of some of our mothership.
I'm picking up an unlicensed radio transmission coming from somewhere on the island. I want you to listen to the broadcast and find out the location of their base.
We go through with Pox's instructions.
Another pirate.
Time again for the #1 radio show in Takoshima.
You are listening to White Ninja Pirate Radio, and I will now inform you of the important message we are sending to our Furon Lord. That message is us. We will be launching ourselves at Bill Haley's Comet. All you White Ninja who thought that paragraph is White Ninja Radio. And just in case all you White Ninja have forgotten where you live, White Ninja Compound is down behind Zen Temple. You cannot miss it. And if you think that's clumsy exposition, wait just to get that down. Now, on with countdown!
What do you want?
With their base revealed, we go over to their island.
Live alien, now bow down before me, ninja.
Why heck should I? Who are you?
They want to be sure we're an alien. Turns out they've encountered Furons before, and their cult's dedicated to them.
Yeah, today...
Then it is true! You are an alien! We worship you, O Lord from beyond! Alien!
Now that's more like it. Oh.
As a token of our faith, O Lord, we offer unto you our most ancient and holy artifacts, handed down from an age beyond the memory. Artifacts! 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 Artifacts!
With the latest bit of tech, the armed detonator in hand, we can fire out some explosives to deal with their ops, the Black Ninja.
1,000 of their number in order to progress.
Only 10 left? How about I turn my back and just fall on your swords in shame?
Okay, maybe 1,000 was a little. Let's shoot for something more. Blood! Seriously!
Deal with their protection, and they'll read us some haikus. Turns out they even have one about the KGB base.
And now, in honor of this mythic triumph, a victory haiku. Steel glints in sunlight, limbs go flying, bathed in blood, Tarantino-esque.
Catchy. Don't suppose you got a haiku describing any super secret KGB bases hidden around here?
We do. Secret hidden base, put there by the KGB. Where the hell do you go? Our spiritual leader, Dr. Go, might be able to guide you to enlightenment and secret base. But I'm afraid Dr. Go has been kidnapped.
By...
Whoever Dr. Go exclamation mark is, he's our ticket to finding the base location. It's obviously a riff on Dr. No, and Agent Crypto goes to find him. Actually finding Dr. Go falls to getting some help from Natalia. He's at the top of Castle
To
Kuro.
the discovery of the secret.
Tasty.
It's being held by a Mr. Dr. Go.
No,
Really? Uh-huh. The real catch is... That's right!
Well...
Fly all the way to the top to see him.
I'm warning you.
Maybe.
Little green fallen devil! What? I have your loss.
Cursed intruder may have reached the summer spot. You won't get past me.
Kiss my bracken. Why you broke my fire, Beach?
My name is Luke, Crypto Spiridium. I'm here to rescue you.
He says he won't help us until we rescue him, so we have a lovely escort mission getting him down from the top of the castle, with ninjas and KGB both coming for us.
Funky for this foe.
Them! They live!
When we eventually get him to the bottom,
If we cannot contain the virus, we have no choice but to kill the cure.
Wow, way to mangle those cliches, pal. Who's translating this stuff anyway? You ask me, you fellas ought to get your money back. Let me show you how it's done.
our reward is a data core for the saucer, the sonic boom, and it's probably my favourite weapon on the saucer as it does a whole lot of damage whilst being super reliable to aim. You destroy Castle Kuro to end the mission.
Good morning, Dr. Go.
Dr. Go helps us find the KGB by uncovering a photograph of his old colleagues, and it's split into 3 pieces. One is held by a black ninja, one the illustrious Professor Yuki, and one with the KGB. And we pay visits to all 3.
Very secure. Anyone want to take, they have to fight Buku Black Ninja.
Yeah, have to be pretty dumb to take on a whole base of black ninjas.
Hey.
That is good news indeed.
Maybe not, but
Really?
you know, to hell, I don't know.
Haiku. He said.
You fry too?
There you go, Doc. The lady's all yours. For the moment.
Why ninja never...
He gives us the base location and tells us the code on the back of the photograph will get us in. It's time to bunker bust a volcano. We have to escort Natalia to a series of barriers before getting to the top. Throughout each, the two get to flirt with each other and our character builds more and more.
The eye gate is open. Keep moving.
Look out!
I'd say
Brace
I'm
yourself.
but
Fuck
I
on.
just want it to get big. Who's there? You haven't got time to fix it.
Ixnay on the Arcante. In case you hadn't noticed, your voice has magic earthquake power. Uh-oh, here comes trouble. Breakdown in the fancy China. I'm cooking up my special monkey stick.
We managed to get to the volcano base, open it up and escort Natalia down. After dispatching the KGB inside, we learn the Russian conspiracy goes right to the top.
Lahamuha, Premier Milenkov.
I regret I'm unable to join you in person. Unfortunately, the quantum uncertainty of this experiment demands I maintain a safe distance. It's Heisenberg's world. I just play in it.
Experiments? What are you talking about?
I'm so pleased you asked. We've prepared an educational multimedia presentation for just such a purpose. Meet Gojira. She's single, a Pisces, and the summer intern for credit at the illegal KGB base here in Takoshima. Like any good Soviet worker, she was happy to volunteer for top secret experiment. This twister handle experiment is underway. Watch how modern miracle of quantum radiation transforms Gojira, bringing out her highest potential. Ready to go, Gojira? Oh, I love that film. I must have seen it 100 times. Sadly, however, the two of you will never see it again. Why?
Auto-destruct sequence initiated. The base will self-destruct.
Tvoyoma! She stole my line! In any case, good night. Thank you for coming, and have a very pleasant day.
We need those data tapes, spaceman. I'll grab them and meet you outside.
What? No kiss?
After getting out, we're left with one task, defeating the KGB's little pet project, Gojira!
My lives are flashing before my eyes! Kill it, Crypto! Kill it!
Gojira can regenerate by destroying buildings, so our task is to destroy them first, so that she can't regenerate. We need to get her somewhere we can fight her, and it's pointless trying to damage her from the onset because all these buildings will just heal her. When you get her on the ground, her weak spot is actually underneath her, and she's a bit of a tough fight, and she took me out once or twice, especially as she causes a lot of chaos around her and there's a lot going on screen. Eventually though,
They all die the same. Okay, that was a little different.
Lahamuya! What have you done to that poor girl?
For once, it's not what it looks like.
I don't even know what it looks like. Never mind, we don't have time. Now, I just received word from Sergei, my contact at the KGB. He says they're building Project Solaris at a Soviet base in Siberia. The town is called Tunguska. It's a little remote.
No kidding, because I thought everything in Russia was 20 minutes from everything else. Tick-tock, dollface.
with her death comes the end of Takoshima for us and a bit of breathing room before we jump into the next chapter. Now, I found it worthwhile going back and doing side missions. This is quite an open game, and building up my Ark Voodoo cult and just generally messing with people is quite fun. For the sake of the main plot though, we're going to jump into our next area, Tunguska, Russia. Tunguska is the culmination of Russian stereotype. The place is a bleak, super CCP, semi-radioactive smogfest, and it's one of the coolest zones. Our first mission includes finding Natalia and getting to basics with the USSR. Project Solaris is the name of the game, and we still don't know its exact purpose.
What is that? It is you, Alexei. Look it over.
So this is Tunguska. Yikes.
It's good to be back in the USSR, but this place makes the rest of Siberia look tropical.
Yeah, a little nippy. I better incinerate something for heat before my tool falls off.
Can't have that. But I think we can arrange an opportunity for creative combustion. We need to gather intelligence on Project Solaris. Want to help me out?
You know it, sugar. What do you need me to do?
I'm not sure yet. I'll know more after Agent Sergei briefs me.
Sergei? Oh, man, not him again.
Yes, him again. He's been here for weeks.
Agent Sergei is back, and he's been doing some digging into the project for us. We need to get our hands on these plans from an area swarming with KGB, and it's an area we'd excel in. We need to make a large enough disturbance for Natalia to do some sneaky Bond girl stuff, destroy some property, rile up a massive shitstorm, and then reconvene with Natalia. With the plans in hand, we then need to escort her to a lovely little log cabin safe house not too far away.
I lost my tongue.
Almost to the safe house.
When we get there,
Not bad, huh? If there's one thing I can do, it's make with the boom boom. So how about those plans you swine, or what?
I just had time to glance. There seem to be a number of tunnels.
So I take it we're gonna put these organic pumps out of business.
Da, but a direct assault would be dangerous. I need to talk to some people. Lay low for a while, Tovarish. I'll be back. He knows all about the machines in those tunnels. I, persuaded him to talk.
there's a few organic pumps we need to deal with. We go on a bit of a jaunt collecting nuclear fuel rods for Agent Sergei to swing onto a transport truck for us. These rods will be used to shut down the organic pumps for good. With these in hand, we can rush about to each of the hidden structures housing them and throw in our little firecrackers. With the pumps out of action, the smog over Tunguska will disappear and we can finally see what's got its paws on the KGB senior staff.
Bada bing, bada boom. Look at those bad boys burn. Hold the phone. What do these freaks want?
Wait a minute. Now that I think of it, that machinery looks suspiciously familiar. Oh my. Holy hookers of Arkvoodle! Crypto, do you know who these freaks are?
They're not commie cabbage heads?
Great galaxies, no! They're not even human! They're the enemy! Our enemy! The enemy we Furons defeated in the Martian War! Crypto! They're Blisk!
Blisk? Wait a minute. I thought we wiped the Blisk out.
I have no explanation! I can barely believe my senses! But a few of them must have somehow survived!
Not for long. Attention, Blisk. I am Cryptosporidium of the planet Furon. This planet is now a territory of the Furon Empire. And your asses belong to me.
Turns out, the ancient enemy of the Blisk, the one fought wiped out in the Martian Wars, the Blisk are here to play. They're a bit annoying with tech similar to our own, but bodies thrice the size. They're tanky as hell, and eventually though, they'll go down like everyone else.
As if those crappy shells aren't bad enough, they've got defense shields! Try using a different weapon. You must have something that can short out their shields.
Fight so hard to preserve their way alive.
That was one hell of a fight, Crypto. A real barn burner. I'm rather proud of you. Now, come back. I'm glad you're here, Crypto. We need to hunker down and do some serious strategizing.
Tell me about it. You gotta fill me in on this whole Blisk thing, Pox.
My hard drive is spinning. I hardly know where to begin. They're huge, hideous brutes with giant claws and withering halitosis. They have a single hive mind and an imperviousness to radiation. They take to it like a pig to mud. Imagine a cockroach mating with a lobster!
Oi, enough already. You're making me queasy.
Humans assumed the Tunguska blast of 1908 was caused by a meteorite. But now we know...
Listen, anyway.
We assumed it had been destroyed after what we did to them.
Yeah.
A bold statement.
Okay, well...
I'll contact you with new...
Rash. Like Dr. Go.
Now, during our whistle-stop tour of Tunguska, we actually find Dr. Orlov. He gives us some anti-bliss tech, and we get back on track. With the anti-bliss tech, we're ready to fight our enemy on the front foot. Now, there's still plenty to do in the overworld of all the zones we visited, side missions, more cult recruitment, and I feel it unfair to not mention these are all things I dabbled in as little breaks throughout the main story. After I had my little breather, I decided the Bliss should stop breathing and took it to their main base.
Brace yourself, Crypto. This mission is going to be an extreme test of your particular... talents. Head into the Bliss base on foot and see if you can find those Nexus crystals. Scanners are picking up a weak signal from one of the crystals near your current location. There, Crypto! The Bliss warrior has it! Take him out and pry that crystal from its cold, alien hand!
Just point me where you want me to go. In this car. I keep waiting for Miles to get out of.
After speaking to Pox, we get told we need to take out some Bliss warriors to lower the shields on their mothership.
Fabulous work! The hatch is open! Now the part I know you've been waiting for. Call in the saucer, Crypto, because it's time to play Blow Up the Bliss warship. And remember, don't waste your ammunition firing at the hull. The only vulnerable spot is inside that thruster. Fabulous!
We then go to town on it with the saucer. Now, I found the saucer was ass at dodging all the fire I was taking, and I actually died a few times trying to take this thing down. Eventually though, Crypto finished it for me.
That cinches it, Crypto! You've wiped out the Bliss base! I've half a mind to put you up for a medal! But
With the Bliss down, we needed to find Natalia.
Hey, Pa! She's supposed to... Yeah.
Oh, really? Perhaps she's with...
Look at me.
Regardless, you should probably...
Yeah.
Good.
Turns out she's been taken.
Crypto! Thank Lenin you're here. The worst has come to pass. Sergei is infected.
Ah, for crying out! Tell me you use protection. Or don't they teach sex ed in the Young Pioneers?
Takaya Denitsa! I am not talking about STDs. He's been infected with alien spores.
Indeed he has, Lapushka, and I'm afraid penicillin won't do the trick. Hello, Cryptosporidium.
Milenkov. Sorry to rain on your communist party, but in case you haven't noticed, your little base looks like Keith Moon redecorated. You've lost.
Such bluster, such arrogance. You're beginning to sound like real American. Soon you'll be wearing cowboy hat and speaking in monosyllables.
Says you.
The truth is, this base means nothing. At this very moment, we are preparing to initiate the final phase of Operation Solaris from our ultra-secret main facility on the moon. It's the ultimate fruition of the Stalinist ideal. What a shame neither of you will be there to see it. Goodbye, Lapushka moya. До свидания, Kritos Buridium.
Crypto! Leave me! Stop Milenkov!
Keep your Takoshima on, dollface. You think I'm flying to the moon without you?
Instead of taking Milenkov out, Crypto discovers what the humans call love and decided to save Natalia. She's being gassed by what the game aptly calls toxic farters, and they're pretty easy to take out.
You know who they ought to get to play Commander Fox in the TV show? That guy used to be the landlord.
Hurry, Crypto! The air's getting a little thick in here.
Love it, and I don't know why, but it never did. Damn, he was a dick.
Leading to Natalia's eventual rescue.
Well done, Crypto. You saved the princess. Natalia. You should probably go over and, you know, make sure she's all right or something. Just go.
Tovarish!
Look, it sucks that Milenkov got away, but I couldn't let you know.
I know, Crypto. And he's halfway to the moon, but do!
Hello? Have saucer will...
Your saucer can take...
You kidding? I've done so many
Project Solaris was all about a KGB moon base, and as such, that's our next destination. Solaris is pretty cool. It's one giant moon base with various biodomes and moon rovers dashed about. It's a very condensed area for sure, with only 5 main missions and everything being quite samey in terms of the environment. It gave me Red Faction vibes, and I'm not entirely sure why. To this day, it's probably just all the space stuff. When we meet up with Natalia, she's in one of those 70s sci-fi suits.
Nice of you to join me.
Hey, dollface. You seen, well, you... Thanks. Okay.
We must find our intel radiation. Slow them down.
Radio.
Their lunar rovers deliver... I want you to follow...
Is that all?
It turns out radiation's fueling the Blisk, and we need to follow a lunar rover to the mining site where they're getting all their isotopes from. Pox kindly asks us to get rid of the mining machines to try and put a spanner in the Blisk operations. We then have the fun task of getting rid of a convoy of vehicles to try and cripple their supplies entirely. Throughout all this, we've got mech suits, we've got mounted turrets, all gunning for us, so you've got to keep up your A game. This place is more deadly than anywhere Crypto's been before. With supplies crushed, the next area of attack is to drive a wedge between the humans and the Blisk they're working for. And this is a semi-stealth mission where we infiltrate them and sow some delicious seeds of dissent.
This is being outraged. Anything else can be endured if we are having vodka. Without vodka, Russia would have been democracy 200 years ago. This will not be standing. There is being no such thing as free lunch, Bliskeviks.
Yeah! Yeah!
Bad!
That's the spirit!
More vodka!
With the KGB mostly against the Blisk, we then have to escape the biodome.
Run for it, Crypto! Run for your life!
With Blisk operations in disarray, we've actually fast-tracked their attack on Earth, and so we have to destroy a laser targeting system they plan to use to radiate the planet.
Have a mind! Once initiated, there's no way we can abort the launch. However, if we overload the laser guidance system...
Laser guide them? What laser?
Photonic dispersal.
Right, that's bad. Got it.
No. There's no use for it. We're just going to have to take the risk. Do it, Crypto. Cross the leaves. Cross them for all you're worth.
You asked for it.
With all of the chaos coming to a head, we finally get to learn Milankov's stake in the whole thing.
Well, Cryptosporidium, once again you've shown unexpected pluck. You've stopped my weapon launching. Pity, really. We had such glorious renovation plans for that pathetic little planet.
But what about the Russians? Your people can't live in that.
My people? Oh, you really aren't very bright, are you? Why do you think we've waged Cold War? Encouraged the buildup of nuclear arms? Good God, what sane human would pursue such obvious suicide? 1908, Blisk warship crashes. 1917, October Revolution. Do the math! You, of all creatures, should know. Aliens walk among us. Da?
You're not suggesting...
Suggesting. I'm telling you. Lenin, Stalin, Khrushchev.
Trotsky?
Please, don't be ridiculous. It helped that Russian is so close to Bliskish. No coincidence, of course. The Furons aren't the only race who ever used Earth for shore-live. Face it, Cryptosporidium. You Furons have been out-schemed. The history of the Soviet Union is the history of Blisk on Earth. The loss of our spores is a blow, but in the end it makes no difference. Soon, Earth will be ours. No more humans, no more Furon DNA.
And there's not a goddamn thing you can do about it. Lestrovia Cryptosporidium.
Two more missions remain now, and we need to fuck with Milenkov, and to start with that, we need to get a nice weapon to destroy the remaining Blisk.
Let's hope so. I've arranged for it to be delivered to the moon by a new courier company, the North American Shipping Association. Anyway, everyone calls them NASA. Enough signal.
NASA will deliver our package if we can get a signal out to them. We need to activate 3 signal towers and stop the scientists from turning them off. Think of it like 3 static points of defense. We do this while a clock runs down. When NASA get nearby, we also have to provide some support cover for them with our saucer. I find it really funny how NASA in this game are the North American Shipping Association. We run the clock down until our package finally arrives.
Tranquility Base here. The Eagle has landed. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
That's it? What? One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind? 7 months and that's the best you could come up with?
But you didn't like it?
No, I didn't like it. It's crap. Where'd you find it, on a cereal box?
I thought it sounded profound.
Profound? You wouldn't know profound if it hit you over the head with a Camus novel. You think Merv Griffin's a deep thinker.
Listen, mister, I'm getting a little tired of your lip.
Oh yeah, Commander Big Shot? What are you gonna do about it?
Pull the plug on this mission, that's what. Sorry, Houston, but I can't work another second with this jackass. Get in the car. Get in the car.
Moron.
Puts.
With our funniest cutscenes behind us, we then move on to the final mission.
Goldie, how am I glad to see you. You won't believe it. The Blisk are...
Planning to kill humanity and turn Earth into an irradiated water world? I know.
Oh, well, the good news is Pox has...
concocted a virus which will cause the Blisk to spontaneously combust? I know.
Oh, how'd you know?
I'm a spy. It's what I do.
Okay, well, so what are we gonna do?
We're going to bring these Flolachi to their knees, that's what. I'll release the virus. You just keep those Krebbies off me while I do it.
They're not touching a hair on your pretty little head, dollface. Trust me.
They'd better not. I told you, I'm allergic to shellfish.
Smash the Blisk. We then go deep behind enemy lines and escort Natalia somewhere she can pop our STD into these Blisk. It's quite a rudimentary mission. Escort Natalia to points of defender. We're fighting a large number of Blisk, but due to our tech upgrades they go down like wet tissue. I just really wanted to comment that I loved the art design of this area, especially how it's all very HR Geiger, and it looks like, you know, the alien tech from the film Aliens. Everything looks so much different to Crypto's alien stuff, which is your classic grey alien tech, flying saucers, that sort of thing. And it's nice to see the two parallels with the different aliens.
Overload the gas generator. Radioactive rocks. This is all we need. Do me a favor and take care of those, Crypto. Don't worry about me, Crypto. Get it off me! I can't inject the virus if I'm dead, now can I? Oh. Done it, comrade.
We sure did, dollface.
We saved the Earth.
We killed the Blisk.
I am pleased to have helped you vanquish your foes.
Hey, you know, after a while, that big blue mudball starts to grow on you. I mean, at first you think it's a boil, but...
It's all right, Crypto. You don't have to pretend. I know how you feel about humans.
Well, not all humans.
After getting Natalia out, Milenkov puts a damper on things by hurting her.
You're gonna pay for that, you son of a bitch!
The boss fight against him confuses me slightly. He's got all this armour protecting him from our attacks, and I've zero clue how we pop off his armour. I think it's a case of doing enough damage and throwing enough things at him, but to this day I'm not sure. It just pops off as we go. Eventually though, he does go down.
Crypto, I've been ringing you for hours. What in the galaxy's going on out there?
Sorry, Poxy. Just working on a little science project.
Wait, Crypto! You're finally showing an interest. I knew one day you'd make an excellent scientist if only you were properly motivated. What is it? Physics? Biology?
little of both.
A little of... Wait a minute. I'm detecting residual heat from the cloning lab. Crypto! You did it! Listen, you little pustule. If anyone's getting a new clone around here, it had better be me!
Who was that, Tunguska?
Telemarketer. Nothing to worry your sexy little head about.
Whatever you say, my insatiable alien loves are. Wake me up when you're ready for re-entry.
I made a few adjustments.
With our lovely, lovely adventure coming to a close and the dubious consent of us shagging a clone, what did I think of the game? Overall, I think this game's really fun. The setup's unique, and the reason I chose to review this one first is I feel it presents the best the franchise has to offer. The open worlds are all big and interesting, and there's plenty to do in terms of side content, collectible gathering, or just wanton chaos. I found when I did want to progress through the main story, 9 out of 10 missions were fun and easy to accomplish, with the odd one giving me a bit of a headache. The cast, story and vocal delivery were all really funny, with the game giving me a nice romp through a long lost culture in that of the 60s and old school television sci-fi. I had a thoroughly good time. I could recommend the game. It's $34.99 regularly, or $11.54 on the Steam summer sale, and I'd say get it ASAP. If they remake Destroy Humans 3, I'll be bagging that too. Over and out, Smooth Brains.
I didn't lose it! It got